Morning, morning. How are we today? So, this week, you know I like to kind of mix things up and move a few things together. I thought I would combine Hulafit with one of my favourite classes that I love to teach, which is Boxfit. So, the hoop's going to keep going and I'm going to talk you through some of the arms that we do in Boxfit. So, first one, and what's so fantastic about Hulafit is that the stance, especially if you have 1 foot forward, 1 foot slightly back, lends itself to Boxfit. So, just bring your hands into a fist by your cheeks, and then the foot which you have forward, you're going to bring that fist forward. So just bring that arm straight out and bring it back. Now this is called your jab. I'm going to turn sideways on so you can see the foot I have forward. I just rotate my wrist, bring the fist forward and bring it back to my cheek. So that's a jab. Okay. And then with my other hand, that's at the back, I'm going to do the same and bring that fist forward just in front of my nose. Imagine you just have a target in front of you. So bring the fist, knuckles facing forward, thumb pointing towards the floor and back. And then we can put those two together and we can go jab, cross, jab, cross, jab, cross. You can go a bit fancy. You can do jab, jab and across. Jab, jab and across. So because I have my left foot forward, this is what is known as orthodox stance. So whenever they talk about boxers, they'll always say whether they are orthodox, which means they stand with their left foot forward. I'll talk about the other stance a little bit later. So the next one I'm going to show you is a bent arm. So hands into a fist and you lead with the elbow. So I'm going to bring my elbow up and then just bring my fist just in line with my nose, and that's called a hook. I'll show you sideways on. Hands into a fist, bring up the elbow level with your shoulder. So this is a front hook. I'll show you that. So front hook, front. So it goes to follow that the hand that's at the back becomes your back hook. You've got the option with the hoop if you want to add more rotation. You can pivot on the back foot. So that's a back hook. So put it together. I have front hook, back hook, front hook and back hook. Amazing. So we've done jab, cross, hook and hook. Jab, cross, front hook because I'm leading front arm, front leg, and then back hook because it's my hand that's at the back in line with my back leg. Okay, let's add on. So the next one I'm going to show you is an uppercut, and it is what it says in the tin. You have your hand into a fist and you bring it up. The usual focal point is someone's chin, but we won't go there today. So I'm going to show you a front upper. So hands into a fist, you bring your hands up. So you want to sort of make it a little bit more intense. You can add a little bend and come up. But keep it simple, just do the arms. So I'm going to show you front hook, back hook, front and back, front hook, back hook. I'm going to show you sideways on, here we go. So front and back, front hook, let me change that, so front upper, back upper. Let me turn the other way so you can see my back. So here we are, back upper, because it's my back leg, the arm that's at the back, that is coming up. So those are the basics. So let me just show you those again. So remember, jab is always whichever leg leads, use that arm. So that's my jab. Then I have my cross. Then bent arm shot. Here we go. So you choose the rotation of your wrist. So here we go. Front hook, front upper, back upper. So if I change my stance and bring my other foot forward, everything, the terminology is still the same. So now I have my right leg forward, I bring my hands into a fist. So now this becomes my jab. So that's my jab, that's my cross. That's my jab, that's my cross. Same, if I want to go into the hooks, this is my front hook, back hook. Front hook, back hook. Front and back. Likewise with the uppers, front upper, back upper. Front upper, back upper. So the term for this stance is southpaw. So when I teach, that's why I don't tend to say left and right, because people just have a preferred way they prefer to stand. So I tend to use the word front arm, front hook, back hook, front upper. So whichever way someone's standing. And if I was teaching this in a class, I would encourage participants to do a couple with their left leg leading, and then after a while switch legs so that everything is even. So how could you use this? So what you could do it for time. So you could do maybe 20, 30 seconds, just hooping and doing jab crosses. Then you can change and you can maybe add some hooks, and then you can progress to some uppers, and then switch your feet around and do the same on the other side. So you can do it for time, or you can just do a number of reps. So you can maybe go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you can do it in blocks, and you can maybe do 10, maybe do 20, you can do 30. It's just a really good way to incorporate hooping and involve the upper body. Okay, so I'm going to show you a few more little kind of boxing inspired moves. So I call this speed ball. So whilst you're hooping, hands into a fist, and imagine, I'm sure you know those sort of, the ball that hangs down from the wall, small ball, and boxes are there. So you can just roll your wrists and then take it to the other side. So that's another way of hooping. And the beauty of this move is because you're moving your arms that much quicker, the hoop goes that much quicker. And you can probably hear already my heart rate is increasing. I'm breathing a little quicker. Split the stance, do it the other way. So called the speed ball. And what you can do, so at the moment I'm going forwards. You can change your hands and have your hands going backwards. But the fun doesn't stop there. So once you have the basic arm moves, you can make your own little routine. So when I teach, often at the end of my class, I put in a little sort of surprise. I call it a busy bonus, free of charge, and sort of put a little combination together, and it is going to be a little surprise at the end. So here we go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the 3 punches together. So here we go. So jab, cross, hook, hook, upper, upper, duck, duck. Oops. Okay, let's try that again. Elbows gotten away. So, note to self, so I'll show you that again. So we've got jab, cross, hook, hook, upper, upper, duck, duck. So you can say quack, quack, and that's just a way of incorporating some sneaky squats. Another way to add in the legs is this way. So I'm going to go jab, cross, hook, hook, upper, upper, on the toes, on the toes. So that works the lower part of your legs, your calf muscles. I'm going to show you those two again, remembering my elbows. So here we go. So jab, remember jab, front arm, front leg. So jab, cross, hook, hook, upper, upper, duck, duck. Essentially, the duck is just a squat. Beautiful. And let me show you the next one. It goes jab, cross, front hook, back hook, upper, upper, on the toes, on the toes. So you can have so much fun. You can make up your own combinations. What's another combination? You can go jab, jab, cross, jab, jab, cross. You could go jab, jab, hook, jab, jab, hook. So you can just play around. Now you know the basic 3 different types of punches, which what I'll do now is I'll just do a quick recap of the 3 main punches, which essentially is, the first one is straight. So you have a straight arm leading with the front, which is called your jab. And then you have straight arm punch, which is your back arm coming to the front, which is your cross. So that's your jab and that's your cross. If I change my foot position, that is still my jab, that is still my cross. Okay, first bent arm is your hook. So hands into the fist, leading with the elbow. You're going to bring your fist just in line with your nose. So just stop halfway. So we go front hook, back hook. I'll show you sideways on, front, back, front and back. And then the last one is your upper. So I've turned this way so you can focus more on my back upper. So hands into the fist. So this is called your guard. When you keep your elbows in, keep your elbows high. And that's another good thing about the hoop, as you probably saw before. You do need to keep your elbows high. So that's another way to remember and focus on your guard. Because if you drop your elbows, the likelihood is, as you saw before, the hoop will drop on the floor. So upper, here we go, front upper, back upper, front, back. If I change my stance, this then becomes my front and then my back. And then you can do fancy things with your arms. So I did speed ball, hands into a fist, and just roll, roll, roll. You can go side to side, you can take it up high, you can take it back, and as soon as you move your hand, you can see what happens to the hoop. It goes quicker all by itself. So a fun way to increase the intensity of the workout. So if there's anything more you'd like me to include in my sessions, you know, I like to mix things up and have lots of fun with the hoop. As you can always hear when I do these sessions, I always have a mini workout, but most importantly, I have lots of fun. So I'm going to love you and leave you now. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye for now.